The first grade one of the fall meeting at Keeneland takes place tomorrow. It's the $400,000 Darley Alcibiades. And joining us on the line to talk about his charge in there is trainer Steve Asmussen. He has Just Wicked, who was a very good winner in the Adirondack 2 starts back. Steve, how you doing today?
Doing well.
Good. I want to talk about your filly that has all sorts of ability. She came into that last race, the Pocahontas at Churchill Downs, and was the very heavy favorite. She ended up finishing fourth in that race. Was there any reason that she didn't deliver the same performance that we saw in New York?
Well, she's extremely flat away from the gates. Didn't show much life early in the race. Made somewhat of a wide middle move and flattened out. Has come out of the race training really well, and hopefully we can just throw that race out and get back to her career.
Yeah, pedigree-wise, I mean, it's as good as it gets. It's good to be Steve Asmussen. You know, you start a new year, you get a new crop of horses, and you seem to get a new bunch of tappets, whether it be fillies or colts. But you have some pretty good young ones this year?
Feel very excited about the group of 2-year-olds and have some very good chances with them throughout the weekend.
Yeah, and, you know, she was able to really settle in her first couple of races, so it's not like she was a big speedball that was just wanting to sprint. I was just thinking her last race was her first time going longer, and it was flat. But there's no way that that's the excuse on it. So she maybe just didn't show up early in that race.
Well, it definitely wasn't herself immediately. You know, when you say didn't show up in that race, she wasn't, like you said, she's not completely a speedball, but she has been sharp in way quicker races. But she was off the bridle behind a slow pace and just. It was definitely not a good performance by her. She has trained well since, including a nice little half mile over the Keeneland surface. I don't believe that the 11 of 11 draw is ideal for her, going 2 turns at Keeneland, but with her experience, I'm hoping she overcomes it.
I think you just hit the nail on the head. They crawled in there, 49-3 to the half, and she was, near the back. So that's really tough for any filly to overcome when they're going that slow on the lead, and she has to make up ground. And she did pass a couple of horses. Yeah, the outside obviously is not what you were probably hoping for, but, at Keeneland you might be able to settle into, where do you think you're going to be in that race? Maybe mid-pack?
If the old Just Wicked shows up, Jose can be anywhere he wants with her.
Right.
She's a very, very handy filly. I thought, there is the possibility of the Adirondack. It was a very tough race on her with the lone speed in the race. Took out after her from the half-mile pole, made a long, sustained run with the 2-year-old filly. It was a hard race. She was rewarded for it, and then traveling and running off of that. So there are little things that do add up to not the best race of your life, but she did come out of it in good physical condition. I think she's a very intelligent mare, handles good. I think she'll handle the pre-race of Keeneland, the parade of Keeneland, well. And if she's away in good order, I think he can place her wherever he wants her to be.
Is it important that you were able to get that work over the track? You worked her on September the 29th and got her familiar with that surface at Keeneland.
We're trying to do everything we can. It's a great opportunity for tomorrow, and we are definitely not wanting a repeat of the Pocahontas.
And you have one earlier on, just a race before that in the Phoenix with Holy Bull. He's been not Holy Bull, Holy Boss. He's been a really nice one for you. I was actually there the day he won the Chicklang at Pimlico so impressively. And then he came back and won the Amsterdam. And that was a really fast race last time out when he was third in the King's Bishop. So he'll get a rematch against Run Happy tomorrow.
You're right. As you mentioned, I think the Chicklang Pimlico, previously I believe the Hurst Jacobs, kind of a little coming out party. He'd run some nice sprint races at Oaklawn, but he really stepped up to the plate on the undercard of the Preakness. Loved his race in the Amsterdam at Saratoga. And then, as you mentioned, Run Happy ran an incredible race in the King's Bishop, going 7/8 and 120-4, and we chased him home that day. Holy Boss has come back to train extremely well, and he does have a breeze over the Keeneland surface as well as Just Wicked.
All right, we'll be pulling for you tomorrow in those 2 stakes races. Steve, thanks for taking some time out to join us today.
All right. Yeah, have a great day.